Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of All Things Sport Extra Time. My name is Prince Mbosi, and thank you so much for tuning in today. And our episode is a bit late. You know, we always upload our episode on Mondays or Tuesdays morning rather, but today it's a Wednesday, and we had to delay a bit. We had to delay a bit because we saw there were a lot of things that were building up, a lot of things that were coming, and we had to wait a bit and see how those things will unfold. And man, they did not disappoint. Just not so long ago, last night we had the Ballon'dor Awards. Ballon'dor Awards is the most prestigious event in football. It's more like a World Cup. The whole world wants to know who's gonna be awarded that award, who's going to be given that award and be known as the best footballer in the planet that we live in. And surprisingly this year, and I say surprisingly because I'm really surprised, this year we had to have Lionel Messi getting it. Lionel Messi clinched that Ballon d'Or for the 7th time in history. And for me, I'm not happy. I'm not happy for quite a number of reasons. The year before, 2019-2020 season, 2020-2021 season, we had Lewandowski. He was going through the best form of his life, banging in goals left, right, and center. He never stopped. And he's been doing it again. And last year he did not get it because obviously there were too many things that were happening around the world as we were in a pandemic of COVID-19, and fans were not allowed into stadiums. And I still don't understand why he was never given the award, while he was given other awards for other major events that occurred in football. He was being awarded, the awards were sent to him, and he would shoot in his house that he got the award and all that. And this time it did not happen. And for me, that baffled me. I did not understand, because I feel like Lewandowski deserved it from last year. He deserved it again this year. And for me, I still don't understand why Lionel Messi made it to the top 3. Yes, he won the Copa America, which everyone wanted him to win that. Everyone wanted him to have his hands on that so that he could, have the rightful claim to I don't know, man, how I can put it, but it was one of those things that baffled me, and it's still boggling my mind, because when you look at it, I feel like Lewandowski should be there, man. Because my top three for Ballon d'Or of 2021, 22, or 2020 to 21, it has to be Mohamed Salah. It has to be Karim Benzema, Lewandowski. Lewandowski should be there. Haaland should be there. He's just 21. The boy played 50 games and he's got 50 goals. Not so long ago, he got injured and we were told he's going to come back, make an early comeback next year, 2022. But the boy came back and he delivered. He came in last weekend when they were playing, I forgot the team, but they were playing a Bundesliga game. He came in and then they were playing Wolfsburg. He came in when they were playing against Wolfsburg and he scored, bruh. He scored and he made an early comeback. That boy is a beast. He's a machine. He's a terminator. When everyone was writing him off and saying, he's going to come back in next season because of the injury, he still makes amazing comebacks. He's got I don't know what type of physique that he has. If it's the Viking physique, I want it too for myself, because the boy is healthy. And I'm just not happy with the whole thing, and no disrespect to the Football Federation and the French people for the Ballon d'Or, but you guys, you made you made it a big mistake this year. Lewandowski deserves his flowers. We should give him before he retires. Lewandowski should have gotten that award. Lewandowski, I know where he sits. He knows it deep down himself. He has to get that award, but he cannot say it, but people like us can say it, because he has to stay professional. He knows it. And for me, if we're talking sporting behavior, I feel like let's look at Lionel Messi from where I stand. If I'm Lionel Messi, I'm being true to myself. I know what I went through this season. I know I haven't done a lot, in terms of assisting. I'm even having not so good season, not such a good start at Paris Saint-Germain in Ligue 1. Why would I now be going upstage and receiving that award and just be happy about it. For me, if I'm Lionel Messi and I'm going there, I know truthfully I didn't play the best of games. I know Lewandowski surpasses me in numbers of goals. I know he surpasses me how he makes this whole team Bayern Munich look good. But I go to that stage, I get that award, and I sit down and I say, thank you. I received the award. I'm grateful for it. Thank you to everyone that felt that I deserve it. And I call up Lewandowski, bruh. I call up to the stage and give the man that deserves that Ballon'dor. Because it's not about numbers trying to outmatch Ronaldo or Ronaldo trying to outmatch Messi. We've seen you guys do the best and the best of things in football. You gave us most entertaining football in the past 15 years. It has been great. We appreciated that, but now it's time for new blood, and the new blood is not disappointing. You've got Haaland, you've got Mbappe, you've got a lot of players, you've got Jude Bellingham, a lot of players, you've got Bukayo Saka. Like the future's looking good, like all the time, and we appreciate what you guys did. But if I'm Lionel Messi, I'm stepping into the stage, I'm receiving it, and I'm calling Lewandowski to the stage, and he comes and receives his award. Manchester United unveiled Ralf Ragnick as their new interim manager until the end of the season. Now, those that don't know Ralf Ragnick is the mastermind, he's the tactician that changed the whole game of Red Bull Leipzig, of Red Bull Leipzig, of Red Bull Salzburg, the whole Red Bull team. He's been the one that has been going around making sure that these clubs play the same type of style, so that if players are playing in Austria and playing in Austria Bundesliga and they get transferred to go play in the German Bundesliga for RP Leipzig, they can be able to adapt. He made sure there's a structure, there's a backbone, there's a skeleton for those clubs, and those clubs are playing great football. And as you've said now, they have been coming out of age. You've got Leipzig playing. You've got Red Bull Salzburg, the one from Austria, playing in the UEFA Champions League. You've got RB Leipzig, the one from Germany, playing in the Champions League. And that football structure that you see, he laid the foundation for that. Now, Manchester United unveiled him yesterday. He's going to be taking over for the next 6 months, but it is alleged that he won't feature in the dugout against Arsenal, which is tomorrow. They're playing Arsenal tomorrow on Thursday. And he won't be there, but I think because of the work issues and stuff, he just recently resigned from Lokomotiv Moscow as their sporting director, if I'm getting things right, the sporting director in Moscow, and he's coming back to sing. Now I'm gonna be fiddling back forth Europe, back to South Africa, and the one that has been happening, I've been following this story for like a week or two now. It's the one of Bongani Zungu. Bongani Zungu now is a South African footballer midfielder. If you don't know him, he plays in Amiens in France, and Amiens got relegated. Now they're playing in League 2. They're no longer playing in League 1, where he would be playing against your Mbappe, against your Neymar, your Messi. And now the coach was quoted saying in the publication of Soccerladum, he said Zungu is not fit. He doesn't look like a professional footballer. He's fat. Those were the words that were used, F-A-T, fat. Now Bongani Zungu came back and he hit it. And a quote again from Soccerladum, which was some time last week, he said he doesn't understand why people are discussing his future in the boardroom. The club is not doing so well, and he's ready to step in and help the club. But he feels like now the coach is using him as a scapegoat for what was happening in the club, because the results are not coming. They are also at the bottom of the table in League 2. They are bottom of the table, and he wants to help the team. So he doesn't understand. He feels like he's in the best shape of his life. But anyway, again, Zungu last week came on and released a statement and saying those quotes or whatever were taken out of context, what he said. The publication, which I think is referring to Soccerladum at this point, that things were taken out of context for him. He did not say those things. But if I'm a Kaizer Chiefs manager, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs technical director or a recruiter, whoever is responsible for recruiting, I'm looking at this situation and I'm saying I'm going to buy him, Zungu. And I think his contract ends in June 2022, if I'm not mistaken. He could get him as a free agent. I mean, at 29, he can still offer you something. And football is not played with age, guys. if a player is committed, he can play. Look at Zlatan, he's 40 and he's still playing. Look at Cristiano, 38, still going and playing in one of the most intense league. And if we can remove that mentality from our local coaches in South Africa, our local, everywhere in the world, football is not played with age. It plays with the physique and the mind. But most importantly, it's played with the mind. Now, see, the situation of Bongani Zungu could be, well, I don't know. It could go anyway, and I think it's time he left Amiens. I mean, remember, not so long ago, I think a couple of seasons ago, he was supposed to go to Espanyol, if I'm not mistaken. He was supposed to go to La Liga, and the deal fell through on the last day because Amiens again allegedly increased the fee, which they had agreed in principle with the La Liga side Espanyol. So, man, I don't know how to make of this. But again, let's move on. Now, in other news, Brendon Truter has left Moroka Swallows. Now, this follows after a string of bad results, and finally, the team decided to let him go, and I think he left with his whole stuff. And I understand that a club, when they release a coach, it should be the norm that they have to leave with the stuff they came with, because what does it mean if I'm going to chase away only the head coach? What does it mean? If I'm just going to chase away the head coach, but he was working with everyone that was around him. So that means, guys, the work is not happening. I mean, a lot of results were not going his way, And the Swallows released a statement, and the chairman put out a tweet on Twitter and say he's grateful for what he's done when he took them from the 14th place on the log of the Glad Africa Championship and took them back to the promotion in the PSL. Now, this is Moroka Swallows' second season in the PSL, and it's not looking good this season. It's not looking good, and they've announced that they've signed Dylan Kerr. Now, Dylan Kerr is a coach that came into Marumo Gallants, came in at Black Leopards. So every time those teams are in sketchy situations, he's the guy that has always been called forward, and probably you could say he's the messiah. But I was looking at Gavin Hunt. I don't know what the situation was, but I didn't see I didn't see a lot of potential. I did see the chairman also put out a screenshot of the tweet and the conversation, not a video call or a conference call that he had with Micho Shredajovic. I thought also he was gonna get a place or whatever, but I guess he just decided to stick with Dylan Kerr. And let's see how things work out for them. But I'm not really a big fan of Dylan, but let's see how things work out for him.